There's an old idea that's been passed down through history, hidden in ancient books, built into the designs of long-gone civilizations, and woven into the natural world around us. It goes like this: as above, so below. Just 6 simple words, but they hold a deep truth that, if truly understood, can change how you see yourself, the world, and the universe. But what do they really mean? Is it just a poetic way of speaking, or does it hold a deeper secret about how everything fits together? This idea comes from the ancient wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure who inspired many thinkers, alchemists, and mystics over the centuries. Some believe this phrase unlocks the mysteries of the cosmos, while others say it's a guide that helps us understand how the universe and our own minds are connected. Imagine for a moment that the vast universe outside and the smallest parts of you inside are closely linked, like 2 sides of the same coin. What happens in the stars and sky is reflected here on Earth, and what goes on in your mind and spirit shapes the world around you. This is what's called the law of correspondence. In this explanation, we'll break down what that means, look at how ancient traditions saw this idea, and most importantly, talk about how you can use this knowledge in your everyday life to change your experience for the better. Stick with me, because what you learn might just change how you look at life forever. The phrase, as above, so below, isn't just some abstract concept. It's a timeless truth shared by many cultures and spiritual traditions throughout history. Our story starts with Hermes Trismegistus, a wise man from ancient Egypt and Greece who's credited with founding a philosophy known as Hermeticism. In a mysterious work called the Emerald Tablet, he wrote, "That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of one thing." But what does that really mean? Simply put, it tells us there's a deep connection between the tiny and the vast, the small and the big. The same rules that govern the entire universe also work inside each person, in our minds and bodies. The same forces that shape the stars also influence our own reality. In India's ancient Vedic teachings, this idea appears too. They believe the universe is a reflection of consciousness. The Upanishads, old spiritual texts, talk about Brahman, the all-encompassing cosmic reality, and Atman, the inner self or soul. There's a famous phrase, Tavam Asi, which means you are that. It's saying the universe and the individual are really one and the same. The Greek philosopher Plato also touched on this idea with his allegory of the cave, explaining that what we see with our senses is only a shadow of a higher truth. Just like the shadows in the cave only show a reflection of the real objects outside, the world of ideas above shapes what happens in the physical world below. In Jewish Kabbalah, there's a symbol called the Tree of Life. It shows how the spiritual world and the physical world connect on many levels. Each part of the tree reflects a different aspect of reality, showing that the divine and the earthly are linked in complex ways. If you look closely at nature, this principle is clear everywhere, from the tiny structure of atoms to the huge shape of galaxies, from the way trees grow branches to how our brain neurons connect. Patterns like the golden spiral and fractals prove the universe repeats the same designs at every scale. Since the same rules govern both the universe and ourselves, the big question is, how do we use this truth in our daily lives to change what we experience? Here comes a powerful insight that might shift how you see the world. If as above, so below is more than just a phrase, then it means the universe works like a mirror, reflecting what's inside you. Your inner world, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs directly affects what happens around you. This isn't just a poetic idea, but a deep truth known to ancient wise people. One important Hermetic text called the Kybalion says, "The all is mind." This means everything we see as physical reality is actually a projection of a universal mind. What you think and feel sends out vibrations that shape your surroundings. If you live in fear, you draw more fearful experiences. If you focus on gratitude, you'll notice more reasons to be thankful. If you believe in your power to create, life will open doors for you to show that power. This idea also appears in Buddhism, which teaches that our thoughts create the world we live in. Modern science backs this up too. Our brains build mental habits that shape how we see and react to life, creating cycles that either help us grow or hold us back. Just like the movement of planets affects the Earth, our inner moods affect our daily experiences. Alchemists called this the law of correspondence because the small reflects the large, and the large reflects the small. Astrology gives a clear example. Planets don't control our fate, but represent inner changes and cycles happening inside us. Traditional Chinese medicine sees the body as a mini-universe, where each organ connects to certain emotions, and each flow of energy matches a larger cosmic order. When things are balanced inside, our health shows it on the outside. So, as above, so below is a reminder that everything is connected, from the vast stars above to the thoughts inside your mind. Understanding this can help you take control of your reality. By paying attention to your inner world and keeping it balanced, you can influence the outer world in positive ways. This ancient wisdom invites us to see ourselves not as separate from the universe, but as an integral part of it, an idea that can change how we live and relate to everything around us. When you truly understand that what you put out into the world comes back to you, you gain incredible power. You're not just a victim of the circumstances around you, you're an active creator of your own life. If you keep focusing on what you don't have, you'll find yourself stuck in a mindset of lack. But if you train your mind to notice the abundance all around you, your life will start to shift to match that mindset. This isn't some kind of magic, it's simply how the law of correspondence works. Think about it like this. A river flows because it follows the pull of gravity, and a tree grows because it gets sunlight and nutrients. Your life changes when you align your thoughts and actions with the natural flow of the universe. This idea doesn't just explain how things work, it gives us the key to take control of our lives. So how do we put this into practice? That's what's coming up next. We've already talked about how the law of correspondence connects the big picture, the universe, with the small picture, us, how thoughts connect to matter, and how our inner energy shapes what we experience outside. Now comes the most important question. How do you use this idea to your benefit? The answer is simple but powerful: conscious alignment. If the universe is a mirror reflecting you, then changing your life means first changing your inner energy. This happens on three main levels: your mind, your emotions, and your actions. It all starts with your thoughts. Every idea you hold in your mind is like a seed that grows into your external reality. The ancient wise teachers knew this well. Hermes Trismegistus said that everything created first exists as a thought. Plato talked about a world of ideas that shape our physical world. The Buddha said, "You are what you think. You become what you believe." Here's a simple exercise you can try. Every morning before you start your day, imagine your ideal life as if it's already happening. Feel the emotions of being in that life. Don't just think about it, really experience it inside. When you do this regularly, you send out vibrations that match what you want to attract. The universe doesn't respond to words or random thoughts. It responds to the energy behind them. Your feelings are the fuel that speeds up this process. Think about it. When you're scared, your body tenses, your breath changes, and you tend to attract more things that make you scared. But when you feel grateful, your energy lifts and new opportunities come your way. Wise people from all traditions have taught this truth. Tibetan monks use compassion to raise their energy. Sufi mystics practice devotion to reach higher states of awareness, and alchemists believed that true spiritual transformation is the real treasure. During your day, practice this. Pause and check in with how you feel. If you catch yourself in a low state, bring gratitude into your mind to lift your energy. Gratitude is the feeling closest to abundance. Thinking and feeling are important, but without action, the idea of as above, so below isn't complete. Your inner energy needs to be backed up by what you actually do. If you believe in abundance but keep acting out of fear, your life will show that mismatch. The secret is to make sure your thoughts, feelings, and actions all line up. Here are some tips to keep in mind. If you want more chances to come your way, start by acting like you already have what you want. If you want more love, be loving toward others and yourself. If you want success, live like someone who already has it. The universe doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you show you're ready to receive. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are in harmony, the universe can't help but reflect that balance back to you. Now, let's get to the most important part: how to use this every day to change your life. We've explored the hidden power behind this ancient principle and how your thoughts, feelings, and actions shape your reality. But the real question is how to apply it in a way that brings real change. The answer lies in 3 simple daily habits that ancient mystics use to tune into the universe's energy. The first hour of your day sets the tone for the next 24 hours. If you wake up rushing, stressed, or overwhelmed by bad news, your energy gets stuck in chaos and difficulty. But if you start with gratitude, meditation, or positive affirmations, your energy shifts and the universe responds. The wise people of the past understood this deeply. Egyptians had morning rituals to sync with the rising sun's energy. Yogis practiced the sun salutation to awaken their life force, and alchemists talked about the golden hour, when the mind is most open to change. Try this morning routine. Spend 10 minutes writing down 3 things you're thankful for. Repeat a positive affirmation like, "Today I align with the energy of success and abundance." Then take 5 minutes to breathe deeply and focus your mind. When you begin your day with clear intention, your outer world starts to match your inner energy. By using these simple steps, you can take control of your life and work with the universe rather than against it. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a practical approach, grounded in ancient wisdom and modern understanding. When you learn to manage your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you become the co-creator of your destiny, shaping your reality in powerful ways. So remember, what you send out comes back to you. Align your mind, heart, and actions with the life you want to live, and watch how everything changes. The universe is reflecting you all the time. Make sure you're sending out the right message. The universe isn't just out there in the stars and galaxies. It's also right here in the people and situations around you. If you find yourself surrounded by constant conflict, it's worth asking if there's something inside you that needs healing. If you're attracting new opportunities, that means your energy is in sync with abundance. This idea isn't new. Ancient traditions have all taught similar truths. Buddhists say reality reflects what's inside us. Shamans believe that the things we judge in others are lessons we haven't yet learned ourselves. The Essenes spoke about the 7 mirrors of life, which show us our fears, wounds, and growth areas. Before reacting to anything outside yourself, ask, "What is this trying to teach me about myself?" If someone else's behavior bothers you, it might be showing you something you also need to work on. If you admire qualities in someone else, recognize those qualities already exist inside you and just need to be developed. When you understand that the outside world is a reflection of your inner world, you can use every situation as an opportunity to grow and raise your energy. What you think about last before you fall asleep also shapes your reality because your subconscious mind works on those thoughts while you dream. If you go to bed worried, your mind keeps spinning problems overnight. But if you visualize what you want before sleeping, the universe begins to align with your wishes. Ancient mystics knew this too. Egyptian sages used sleep as a way to connect with the divine. Sufi mystics believed the soul traveled to other realms during sleep. Even Nikola Tesla said many of his best ideas came to him during deep relaxation before sleep. So try this. Imagine clearly that your next day will go perfectly. Write down an intention like, "Tomorrow everything flows easily and in my favor." Take a deep breath and feel grateful for what you already have. Your last thought before sleep becomes the first one your mind processes when you wake up. If there's one key thing to remember, it's this: the universe doesn't respond to what you say you want, but to the energy you send out. When your energy matches what you desire, life starts moving in your favor. Your relationships get better, your health balances out, and your finances improve. If you want more love, become loving yourself. If you want success, adopt the habits of successful people. If you want peace, make space for silence and meditation in your life. As above, so below isn't just a philosophical idea, it's a practical guide for living. So how will you take this knowledge and use it in your life? Everything we've talked about points to one clear truth. The reality you experience mirrors what's inside you. There's no real separation between the material world and your inner world, between what happens in your mind and what shows up in your life. Here's a secret most people miss. You are the bridge between the spiritual and the physical, the architect of your own destiny. When you think about it, everything you experience is a reflection of your energy, your thoughts, and your feelings. If your inner world is chaotic, your outer world will reflect that chaos. If you're calm and balanced inside, the situations you attract will match that harmony. This isn't magic or luck, it's a universal law that governs everything. Ancient teachings keep reminding us that the way to change the world is to change ourselves first. But this is where many people get stuck. They wait for change to happen outside, instead of stepping into their own power. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. If you live from a place of lack, you'll keep feeling scarcity. But if you live from a place of abundance, everything you need will come your way. Picture your life as a giant cosmic mirror. Every thought, word, and action is like a brushstroke painting the picture you see reflected back in reality. If you want to change what you see in that mirror, simply wishing or complaining won't work. You need to change what's inside you. Harmony, prosperity, and happiness don't show up by chance. They come when you tune into those energies from within. So how do you make this real? First, stop looking for answers outside yourself. The key is in how you interpret and respond to each experience. Second, develop the energy you want to attract. If you want love, become love. If you want peace, cultivate peace inside. Third, act with confidence, not doubt. Live as if you already are the person you want to be, and the universe will match that energy. None of this is new wisdom. Buddha said, "What you think, you become." Rumi reminded us, "The universe is within you." Alchemists declared, "He who knows himself knows the universe." These aren't hidden secrets, just timeless truths that we've forgotten. The The real question is, will you keep waiting for change to come from outside, or will you take control of your life now? Because the truth is, the key has always been inside you. If this message resonates with you, if you're ready to put it into action, this is your moment. Share which part of this insight impacted you the most. Pass this message along to anyone who needs to hear it. And stay tuned, because upcoming messages will help you dive even deeper into this understanding. Remember, the universe is a mirror. What will you choose to reflect from now on?